want to let everybody know that this little missy has the name of this art fucking podcast, YouTube channel, and art gallery tattooed on her knuckles.
Bam!
Bam!
Ah!
Incredible. How what's going on? Introduce yourself. Tell us your name. What do you do?
Well, I have many names that I go by, but you know, everyone knows me as Miss 3. But recently, I've been known as Orion, because you know I named myself Miss 3 because of the 3 stars, the Orion style, and well, you know, I'm like, well, I want to change it. I want to do something different. I've done so much art under Miss 3 that I want to do something different that has nothing to do with. It's like I'm shedding the old me.
Yes. You're reinventing yourself.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's been a journey.
It's very Madonna of you.
Yeah.
Miss X now. What?
Gosh, you
awesome.
know, you know, I'm just trying to keep the energy level high, and you know, going back to the first thing that we were talking about, the only way to do that is to like jump like a fucking grasshopper in your head, jump to another thought, a better one. So yeah, I've been working with dead trees. I have this tree trunk in at my house. Yesterday, actually,
out of the ground.
Yeah, well, you know, like you find them on the side of the road.
Tree trunks.
Yeah, like you know.
But they're inside the ground. No, it's like you can't really take them out.
Well, you know how like when they chop trees down, there's the stump.
Yes.
The bottom part.
Yes.
That's usually what I would search for if I were to find something on the street.
So you take it.
Yeah.
Well, with the roots and everything.
Heavy.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can only imagine.
I haven't been lucky enough
to. Just a superhero. It's like, hey, I'm just walking out with some tree trunks.
It's so fucking heavy.
Side of the
so heavy.
You pull it out with your truck or something?
Well, my truck, unfortunately, I had to let her go. I don't know if you remember my art truck.
Of course I do. Are you kidding? We did a whole art series on that thing.
Oh,
it's incredible.
I miss her.
Check my Instagram because our art cart is really, really, really insanely cool. She decked out the whole thing with so many. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable.
I had to give her up.
Wow.
But it's, you know, I donated it to this it's called, what's the name of it? It's to help the blind.
Oh.
So, you know, so I
should have been donated to a museum or something. I mean, it was such an art piece. It's so eclectic.
I used to, when I saw her go, like, I fucking cried.
I bet.
I cried when the tow truck was like pulling her up on the, you know, on the bed or whatever. I was like, she's just so beautiful.
Wow. We're going to have a create art space that's going to be a physical art gallery eventually, and hopefully we can salvage your baby and put it in there for a permanent residence, because that'd be really cool.
Oh, that would be cool if I could get that truck back.
Yes. Oh my God.
But you know what? It's totally fine. I could always redo it, but it won't have the same spirit. But it's totally fine.
It'll be an evolution of your old one, absolutely. So just for everybody who doesn't know you yet or what you do, please tell us like what kind of art do you do? What kind of art are you in? Do you do visual, dance, only sculptures? What do you do? Only cars?
Well, I do pretty much everything and anything that I could paint on. You know, I would make planners out of tires, you know, because there's so many fucking tires everywhere. And also let's see, what else have I used? Doors, you know, there's doors all over the fucking place for some weird reason. I don't know. Nobody picks them up. You know.
So very multimedia kind of thing.
Pretty
right?
much,
kind of like layered.
Yeah. Recently, I've I don't know, nature's calling me, and so I got this amazing idea to add legs to the trunks.
How cool is that? How do you set it? Isn't that so heavy that it's almost? How do you make it stable?
Well, they have these. Some tables you could screw on and screw off.
Yes.
So what you do is you just drill a hole, and then they have these little metal things that you put inside, and then it latches on, and then you could screw things into it.
Okay.
So that's something that that I looked into, and also.
Do you have physical legs, like mannequin legs, or do you have like table legs?
I have some what do you call it, like vintage sofa legs.
That's cool. So they're shorter.
Yes.
Ah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. I thought they're literally like on legs, like.
That could be a hazard.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like that would be. Oh, that'd be so.
Hey, that's
hard to
just
do.
my first one, so who knows what the next one's gonna look like.
Right.
And then also the top part, I use these drill bits that carve holes. So like I carve out holes on the top, and then I put plants in it, so it's like coming back to life.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's so pretty. So is that your newest art project? Is that what you're working on at the moment? Because
Yeah.
every time I talk to you, you're always talking about concrete. Is that where you
Oh fuck.
put it in, or is that completely separate?
Okay. No, that's separate.
Okay.
That's separate.
Do you mind if we get a little glimpse of that? Because that sounds really interesting.
Well, I was building I was inspired by Sultan Sea with Mary and you and all the wonderful people. I was inspired when I went there because I noticed that they were using colorful glass and concrete to like build these like
Yes,
beautiful
the walls. But it was the glass from the bottoms of bottles. So any like wine bottles, the green, all the different colors, they would put it and fill it in with concrete. So it was like really, yeah, I get it. It was really cool. That's actually super cool to look at.
I started doing that.
So you're building walls?
I'm doing like installations in my fiance's house. Like I started one on the side of the house, then I just didn't really like the way it was looking because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to stuff like that.
Right.
So I took them down, but I found a better place for them where the sun hits them, and then when you're on the other side, that blue, I have blue glass.
So is it only blue? Or is it different colored blue?
I only have blue and pink.
Ooh. Do you have pictures? Anything we can see?
No,
or is it
no.
has to be? You're gonna do the grand revelation.
Yeah, more than likely that's what I'm
Revealing.
gonna do. Cause
That sounds amazing.
like I was telling you earlier, I lost the password to my meat glue Instagram.
Your main Instagram. Ah, what a bummer.
I know,
Life.
so gotta start fresh.
Yes. So where can we find you? How do we know what your next? Because you are all over the place all the time. You do art shows and exhibits, and you have so many things happening.
Oh.
Where do we tell people to go to catch up with you?
Well, I'm gonna start a new page on Instagram. It's 333 Orion 333.
Awesome.
I just
You're sticking to the three.
I
Upgrading the threes.
It's just like it's a number that's been following me since I was a teenager. So I'm
It's a
just
good
a person.
number.
Yeah, I hear that now. But before
Yeah.
it was freaky as fuck. I was like, why the
It's everywhere.
fuck? Why?
Were you born on the three?
No, October 28.
Mm.
Well, 83. There's
Okay.
a 3.
Yeah.
And then like if you look at 83, every time I look at 83, I see B.
Mm.
I see the 8 as a B and the 3 as an E.
Mm.
So it's B. I've been seeing that a lot.
So B3.
B3. Yeah.
That's your next Instagram. The next evolution.
B3, motherfuckers.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's so wonderful. So you're working on the tree trunks and you're working on the concrete as well. Those two things are kind of like the main goal that you're doing at the moment.
Well, I'm also working on this hollowed out TV. I found this really old, beautiful TV. I hollowed it out a while back, and it's just sitting in my living room. And I was just gonna throw it out because it was just taking up space, and I have all these other projects that I'm working on. And so until I went on Craigslist and I looked up hollow TVs just for the fucking fun of it. There's a little ass vintage TV for like almost $500 that's hollowed out. I'm like, fuck, well, I'm just gonna hold on to mine
Wow.
Because it's like so fucking beautiful. Like it's from like
$500?
Yeah, they were charging
That's
500.
crazy.
I was like, shit, I could just keep it and make it into a fucking dog bed, call it a day. You know?
Totally, that's awesome. And people really got a hang of the whole vintage vibe. And
Oh
really,
yeah,
it's
that's
incredible.
like everybody's all about that shit. I
Yeah.
mean, like, I could see why it's just. I mean,
Totally,
really,
of
like
course.
one of a kind. You can't fucking find. You can't go to Target and be like,
Yeah.
oh, I got this. No, it's
I
something you have to
know.
literally fucking go out of your way to find.
I know, it just kind of sucks for people that already like loved it from the beginning to kind of see the prices rise. It's just kind of like, wow,
yeah.
now I can't afford it. Where before it was like in the trash.
Right. Like I found like really. Like in the past, like I found really fucking cool vintage tables thrown out, you know,
Yes.
like churches like throw out stuff,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
I literally found a beautiful table, and I refurbished it, and I spent about like $30 on supplies. The table was free. I fucking flipped it, and you know, like I had it at the gallery, and someone's like, I don't mean to offend you. I'm like, oh, what is he gonna say?
What was
I'm
it?
like, well, what is it? It's like, could I give you $350 for that table? I was like,
Sold. Done. Let me think about it. Yes.
Okay, yes, please take it now. Yeah, so you know.
But that's you though. I mean, every art show we did an art show together for Equal Means Equal, which was really really cool. And I remember you selling out there too. I mean, everything you display, people are just kind of like all over your stuff because it's so different. It's so like. It's really amazing the things that you do.
But look at you. I mean, hold up. So with that, I mean, come on now.
But different, you know, like you take all these different elements and then you put them together and you come up with all these like incredible things. Like you gave me this little journal out of 2 old cassette tapes. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It's amazing. Like it's incredible. Like who would think of that? That's like, you know, literally turning trash into gold.
Yeah, there's just so much. There's so much potential out there that's on the on the sidewalk, and it's like, fuck, I don't have enough fucking arms to do all that.
Yeah, or space to really store it.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Me and a few artists were talking about how, well, you know, we were having that conversation too. Like, he had these like oil paintings that he just has to store away. And it's like,
because he doesn't have a space where to put it. I have that problem.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Literally like layered.
Right.
Like, shit, it's just gonna go
but
bad.
hey, you have ceiling.
Yeah. My ceilings aren't covered yet, so she's trying to convince me to plaster up my ceilings with the rest of my stuff.
Gosh, it's like the ceiling is just aching for art.
I wish I could just flip it, hang it, and put it back, but it's gonna be a little more complicated.
You know,
Unless I
there's
have
a way.
you around where you just.
Hey, I will help you. Hey, it's on tape, so I have to now. Yeah, so yeah, you know, I just feel like there's just not enough time and space.
Yes.
Yeah. But
the good news is that you never run out of projects or ideas or things that you want to do. I mean, you probably literally never bored.
motor fucking head in here. I swear, it's like a fucking like a billion thoughts per second,
Maybe
and it's
you
like
can multiply yourself. Maybe you could just have a bunch of kids that can all do your projects, and you can have your own army of little workers. That'd be awesome.
That would be fucking cool. If I do have kids, I'm just gonna do one,
Just one.
just fucking one. But yeah, you know, I just maybe next lifetime I'll come out as like a triplets or whatever, you know. Who knows? You never know.
That'd be sweet.
Or like a whole army of ants. Making little pieces of art underground. Yeah.
Totally. That's incredible. So we're gonna move on to the section where we have you pull questions out of our little urn, and then see how we can pick your brain. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Go for it. Pick wisely. There's some weird ones in there.
Oh, okay. I hope I get the weird ones. There it goes. I think this is a weird one right here. All right.
Oh, I can feel it too. I can feel the weirdness. Oh, it's empty. Look, it's so weird.
Oh shit.
Say it out loud. Say it out loud.
What do you imagine your future like? Well, my future looks pretty fucking bright since I switched the negative to the positive, you know, like I feel the changes, and you know, like ever since I visualized what I could do with just a fucking tree trunk, that is a gold mine. That is a fucking gold mine, and the future looks bright. Very fucking bright.
Yes, to bright futures. Okay, let's do one more, yeah? You okay with that?
Yes.
That rang in my ear.
Sorry.
What?
Do you feel somewhat of a responsibility to make art that pleases people, or do you consider yourself 100% authentic if others like it or not? Honestly, I don't give 2 fucks, or 3 or 4, maybe 5. I don't know. I don't care if people don't like my work. I've been criticized for my work before, due to, you know, sometimes I could be a bit extreme. When I was working to shine light on, you know, the femicides out in Juarez, Mexico, I had to get very graphic, and I got hate mail for it, because people were like, oh, how dare you, you know, like, for example, the flyer for that art show was me, but all my tattoos were covered up with makeup, and it just, I was all bloody, and I literally had the girl do my makeup as if, you know, like I was one of the victims, the way they find them and stuff like that, because that's fucking reality. And not enough people care to know, or, you know, like they just, there's a lot of, you know, people that are from Mexico that have no fucking clue what's going on out there. And it's like, it's been going on since the 80s. And I actually got to meet some of the mothers that lost their daughters, and the stories that you hear are like straight out of a horror film. You know, there's just so much out there, but art is definitely a weapon. Art is a weapon that I've used in the past, and I feel as though I don't have to defend what I do to anyone, because it comes from a good place. It always does. No matter how dark, no matter how bloody, it always comes from a good place, because I want to make a point. So yeah, I don't care. Don't care.
Then he's confirming it.
Don't care.
I love that. That's incredible, because I think so many people have to kind of like feel the need to. Oh, there's a lot of noise on.
Yeah.
It's LA, guys. This is the city we live in. Fires everywhere, and cars that are honking.
They're cheering us on.
They're you know, they're all the way with you. I love the whole authenticity. I think that's really cool, because again, I think a lot of people are trying to just sell, right? Because they're worried to kind of make a living.
I've met a lot of artists that do that, and I feel as though it's great for them, you know, financially, you know, but is it feeding their spirit? Is it feeding their inner being? Like, is it really like, you know, I don't know. I don't know, because I'm not like that, so I can't tell you. But you know, I've known people like that, and I have nothing to say about that.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, it's beautiful when you can use art to really give yourself full expression to the all the way, right? No matter what that really looks like.
Right.
And you're right. I think that's what art is really for. So if you kind of constrict it, maybe sometimes it can be. You're right. Maybe not as fulfilling.
Yeah, trust me. I attempted to do that before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh well, no, fuck, I remember that.
Right.
That's how I learned. That's how I learned.
Right.
And honestly, like, it just didn't. It felt like. Have you ever had sex with someone and it just afterwards you're like, I could have gone without?
No, I never had sex, so.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Pause. Rewind. Got it. So that's, yeah, so you feel just kind of like very unfulfilled with that.
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck, I could have totally not done that.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Yeah, for sure, you know.
Should we do one more question?
Fuck yeah, we can do as many as you want, girl.
Let's do this. I want to pick your brain all day, so we can do this. Hang on tight, get a glass of water, go to the bathroom,
go
come
take
back.
a piss, eat it now. Let's see.
What is it?
if you could learn any new skill, what would you pick? Oh, fucking done. I'm gonna take a welding class.
Are you?
Oh yes.
How fun is
Oh,
that? With the whole you're gonna have the whole headgear and that's intense.
Oh yeah. My friend Tiffany, she's like, you want to take a class with me? I was like, what kind of class? You know, she's kind of butch a little bit, you know, but she's femme and butch at the same time. But like, you know, she's like, let's do it. I'm like, well, what kind of class? She's like, it's welding. I was like,
sold. Done. Where is it? Where do I sign up? That's it. That sounds super fun.
Yes, I've been wanting to do that for such a long time, and you know, finally. I guess, you know, like, she didn't know that I wanted to do that. It just so happened that she wanted to take the same fucking class.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes.
I think when you start really observing yourself and really start going on the positive route, that you almost kind of like align with the rhythm of your own life, where things just kind of like pop up that totally feed your needs.
Oh, fuck
and
yeah.
you're not even looking, you're just kind of like, oh, that came so easily. Or when you're kind of like in a rut of like thinking negatively, things feel really disconnected and far away.
It's like stagnant water.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
you know, you are 70% water.
Yeah, totally.
Let that shit flow. Let it flow, girl.
Like you were saying, let's talk to our water.
You gotta talk. Oh, going back to that. Yes, Dr. Emoto, like I watched this thing on water, and now like when I have water, like when I'm driving around or whatever, like at home and I have a glass of water or whatever, like this is gonna sound funny and maybe a little silly, whatever, but I talk like, you know, like I talk to my dog, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, blah, blah, blah. That's how I talk to my water.
Wow.
I talk to my water. You know, I just feel like the way Dr. Emoto like explained it on YouTube. Oh gosh, yes.
Yeah, addicting.
Oh yeah, I'm like, oh fuck yeah, like keep talking. Yeah, so you know, water is very important, and it's a beautiful force. That's all I have to say. Well, and also okay, this is how I know it's true. And this is gonna sound a little weird, but okay, I have a pond with koi fish in it. And I accidentally killed 2. Before that, I would go up to the fish and they would literally eat food out of my hand. Literally.
Yes.
After that happened,
it's
been almost like 7-8 months and they do not.
Oh wow.
Do not.
They're holding grudges. They're like, she's gonna kill us. Shoot.
I did it accidentally because I changed the water and, you know, shock. They went into shock because I didn't check the temperature.
Oh, it was too cold or too hot?
One or the other.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. And those big ones too. Big. I've had them for a while. So I
remember you made me try to have them feed them, and they come and they kind of like put their lips around your fingers. Yeah. It's very strange.
You know, in China they have that.
Used to that.
You know, in China they have the thing for the feet too.
Yes, where they do foot massage and they eat their skin off.
Yes.
Oh, poor fish.
I know, it's fucked up. But this food for them, you know, fish food. I as a fish mother, like I've realized that fish food is so unhealthy. They have every fucking brand you look at it, it has wheat, corn, all kinds of shit that your fish doesn't need.
Well, yeah.
So what I started doing is, you know,
put your feet in there.
No, I wish.
Like, here
you have some. It's protein.
Enjoy your dinner. Bon appetit.
Oh, yeah, no. I just, you know,
It's hilarious.
I give them dog food.
Wait a minute. That sounds weirder than putting in your feet.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's because the dog food that we buy for our dogs, it has no grain. Like it's like all natural, you know, good stuff. And that's way better than the crap that I was feeding my fish.
Wow. So you kind of just put in wet food, or is it pebbles?
Yeah. Well, there's a
dry
process.
stuff.
Yeah. It's dry stuff. All you do is
just gonna have to grind it.
Well, what I do is I just let it soak in water. And it gets soft, and then you have to like drain it a few times because then the water will get murky. So yeah.
So happy Mother's Day.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you know,
Exciting.
fur babies.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, you know, I only have the 3 now. Yeah, I had a lot more, but we just, you know, since we're doing music now. Oh, I started making music. It's been about like what, a year. I have the most beautiful bandmates, and, you know. But yeah, let's see.
Are you singing or what do you do?
Well, I just play the guitar and I play the chains.
Oh, how fun.
Oh, the chains are definitely fun.
That sounds amazing. So question, you did three questions. Do you want to do, because 3 seems to be your kind of like your magic number. Do you want to stick to that or do you want to do another one?
I want to jump outside that $3.
Done, let's do it.
All right.
I'm gonna do this again.
Let's see. Ooh. What keeps you up at night? Like I said earlier, my brain, it's like a motor. It just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fucking, like a waterfall. It's like, and it's like, you know, that's what keeps me up. All the thoughts. Like, it's just like
But do you think about things you want to change, you want to do, projects you want to accomplish, like problems you have, people that you worry? Like, is it a specific thing that you keep thinking about, or is it just because you have so much energy, just kind of there's never enough time to let it all out?
Well, it's usually like outfits or art pieces or like pictures that I want to, you know, like see, you know, like I have mental pictures that and it's like, fuck, I don't have enough time to do this, but it's in there.
Yeah.
It's in there. It's like so much is in there. And that's usually where I medicate to go to sleep. You know, that's the only time really that I smoke marijuana. Like,
because it just kind of like calms you down, where you can be like, okay, I need to rest.
Yeah, because I cannot smoke weed around people.
Mm-hmm.
I freak the fuck out. Yeah. I'm like, I need to be alone when I'm high, and I need to be.
Yeah, because you really do it for your own time and just kind of like relax.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes understand why people work out all the time. It's just kind of like you got it, because we're in such a. It's so like we always sit, right? Like you're at your house and you sit on your couch or sit on your desk, you get in your car, you know, it's like always, it's such a lethargic kind of lifestyle that we keep living, that it's so little energy is really spent, like physically. So I guess like working out is kind of like a good way to really just get your brain out of the.
I should start doing that before bed.
Yeah. Start doing a bunch of push-ups.
Yeah. You know,
we're gonna do this interview in a month. You'll be all fucking red.
I'll be like, look at this.
I can sleep.
Yeah. You know, I feel like sitting down is kind of a comfort thing, because it kind of like I guess in your brain, like it takes you back to the fetal position, kind of in a way, because you're like this. I feel like.
So you like sitting? Is that...
I you know what? Recently I started stretching. Like I guess you could call it yoga, but I call it stretching. I mean, you know,
I mean that's what yoga really is, right? You're kind of just stretching out your legs.
Right. I've been doing that, and oh my goodness, like it's a whole new world. It's a whole new world. Oh my gosh.
Cool.
Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good to like be flexible. You know, it's like there's certain like and it's all in the breathing too. Like the more you breathe, like the longer you get.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, okay.
Look at me, I'm 6 feet tall.
I'm like, wow. All right. Yeah, but I feel like my arms are longer. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, stretching is, it's helped me out a lot.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it up. So just keep these videos short and sweet, so nobody really gets, you know, too bored of us listening.
Short and sweet, like orgasms.
Yes. Well, you know, sometimes they can stretch out.
Oh, you know, depending on who you're with, yeah.
I mean, you know, wouldn't say no to that.
It's all in the breathing.
Stretching, ladies and gentlemen, keep stretching. I was going to ask you one final question. If there's anything you feel that you need to get off your chest, or you would really like to share, or anything you feel like the world needs to know this. And it doesn't have to be anything deep, or you don't even have to answer.
Okay. I feel like judging really comes back full circle because we all do something that we judge in others. Something my mom told me once is, when you point at someone, how many fingers are pointing back at you? I'm just saying.
That's exactly what we talked about earlier, right? About all, like, everything that you set in motion will come around, like cause and effect.
It's just the way
It just
is.
has to.
Yeah.
So how do you create value, right? What do you do to make causes that are going to come back that you actually want?
Like this whole, I know it's probably, if we're trying to wrap it up, but like, for example, I got a job offer.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Thank you. And it was out of the blue, and it was, I had volunteered somewhere, and I was there because I wanted to be there.
Right.
And a year later, Susan calls me up, and she's all like, do you know anyone that wants to? I was like, yes, I know quite a few people, and yes, myself too.
Wow, see the cause that you have made, something that you wanted came back around, and now you full circle. You're right. So no judging people.
Don't fucking
if you
judge.
don't want to be judged, don't judge others.
It's like, hello, we all do the same thing eventually.
Yes.
I mean,
I
probably
agree.
not like, violent stuff, but, like other stuff, whatever.
Yeah, I love that. Thanks so much for coming out on a Sunday, on Mother's Day. This is incredible. Thank you so much. You're such an incredible inspiration. And I'm going to put all your information on the bottom of the video and the podcast so they can follow you, even though you knew Instagram is going to be probably pretty empty for now.
Yeah,
right?
there's
I'm
only one
assuming.
picture in there.
Okay, cool. But we'll hoping that you're going to keep us posted. And show your tattoo one more time just for everybody out there who's confused.
Bam!
Create. See you next time.
Bye.